We're going to be joined now by CBS 2's Dorothy Tucker, who has been with us and has been talking to police sources and, of course, can offer an historical perspective. We have not seen a day like this in the city of Chicago for a very long time. Dorothy, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Hi, there you go. Good to see you, Dorothy. Yes, you and I were talking about the historical perspective here. That, you know, you and I were born and raised in this city.
Yeah.
We lived as children through the riots and the unrest that followed the assassination of Dr. King.
Yeah.
People are going to put what happened today in that same conversation now.
Yeah, if not worse. I mean, I'm amazed at just the damage that we see here. And something that I heard just a few minutes ago from one of my police sources, I've never heard this before. I am told that the protesters have managed to interrupt the police radio communications. The police are having a difficult time communicating with each other. They are set up in zones, and what they need to do is to be able to tell one officer where to go, where the next hot spot is, what's going on here. They can't talk to each other because the protesters have put their frequency online. They have put it on the internet. So when they call in, when the police attempt to talk to each other, they are hearing music. So that is one of the reasons that you are seeing things just as sporadic as they are, because there is not as much communications. The other question that I asked was, in addition to that, just why the difference here? You know, again, in past protests, the police seem to have much more control. They seem to have a plan. And my source said to me, you have to remember that we have had a change in administration, and some of the institutional knowledge is gone. There was more of a plan before. There were much more attention to details. That has not happened. Something else that has affected the police like it has affected this world is the coronavirus. They say I'm told that the officers are switching shifts. The officers are tired. They are overworked. So that, you know, when you take all of that into consideration, you see what we are seeing tonight here in Chicago. It is a perfect storm that is leading to the unrest and the destruction and just the kind of chaos that we see going on here. But, you know, I have to tell you, Jim, the idea of something like this and the police not being able to communicate with each other, the protesters, and they said this clearly is something that is happening on a very high level, that the protesters have managed to interrupt their system.
Yeah, Dorothy,
Jim?
that is truly astounding. There's certainly going to be some questions about how that could have happened and the police response to the unrest in the city of Chicago.